Beyond the Mic with Sean Dillon.
We're joined on the Starline by a legendary actor and musician. You've seen him in Hair, the Will Rogers Follies, Deadwood, Dexter, more than 150 projects, Golden Globe, Oscar winner, and Hall of Great Western Performers. We welcome Keith Carradine.
Thank you, sir. That was, you made me sound really good. Appreciate it.
I don't throw out the term legendary easy, Keith. Let's go beyond the mic. Your latest project is The Devil and the Daylong Brothers. Quote, but there ain't no takebacks with the devil, unquote. What makes this role as Nehemiah Daylong so much fun for you?
Well, in the first place, it's a musical. It's a Southern Gothic musical. The fact that my character sings a song was an immediate enticement for me. When I read the script, I was bowled over by the ambitiousness of it. I'd never seen anything like this. And I guarantee you, as an audience, come see this movie. You will have never seen anything like this film. It's a complete original. And if you're a little tired of the usual Hollywood fare, the sort of formulaic, done over and over again stuff where they can't seem to come up with a fresh idea without doing a remake of something, come see The Devil and the Daylong Brothers. It's available on Apple. It's on Fandango. It's on Google Play. You want to see something new? Check this one out. And the music is fantastic. And all these kids, everybody in this movie sings, you know. There are some great voices, and they just knock it out of the park.
What makes working with Brendan, Nican, and Jordon great for you?
Well, you know, the fact that these are all gifted performers, and I'd never worked with or seen any of their work until we all got together to do this. But a film like this, nobody's there for any reason other than to make this movie. It was difficult to do. There was no money. So, you know, there's nobody there just for a payday. They're all there with enthusiasm and with invention. And it just made it an extraordinary experience. And I saw a couple of them recently. We had a screening over at the SAG-AFTRA Foundation, and I saw Jordon and Brendan. Nican was overseas, but I got to see the two of them again, and it was just a great experience. And just to be around that kind of talent, you know, it lifts me up.
Keith, how do you choose roles today? Does it have to be something that speaks to you? Something special, or are you always there ready for something different?
Well, anything different is going to get my attention, and then it's just a vibe, you know. And if I feel enticed by the energy that I'm getting, you know, from the people that are going to make the movie, particularly the director and the other performers, I'm in, man. And you know, I've worked with legends in my life. You say you don't use the term lightly. Well, nor do I. I've got a list of them with whom I've worked. And some of them were dear friends until they passed. Lee Marvin, for example. And this was a guy, when I got to work with Lee, he loved young actors. He loved working with young people. And we became good friends. And he was, you know, he was certainly old enough to be my father. But we stayed friends until he passed. And I've never forgotten how he was with me. And I want to remember that if I get the chance to work with young people, I'd like to be like he was.
The Southern Gothic, The Devil and the Daylong Brothers is the film, and Keith Carradine joins us beyond the mic. And Keith, it's time for the Rockin' 8. 8 random questions. Answer with the first thing that comes to your mind. There's no pressure. If you hadn't chosen acting or musician as a career path, what would you have loved to do as a career?
Forest Ranger.
Favorite Broadway musical that you didn't star in?
Oklahoma.
If you had to pick one type of character to play for the rest of your life, would it be the good guy or the bad guy?
Mr. In Between.
How about your favorite Western movie of all time?
Shane.
Come back, Shane. Which role is the one that didn't get the love you thought it should have?
Oh, my gosh. I've got a list.
Pick one.
I did a film called The Bachelor, which was full of wonderful people. It was an Italian director. We shot it in Budapest, Hungary. It had Max von Sydow. It had Kristen Scott Thomas. It was Ennio Morricone did the music. It was an extraordinary film, and no one's ever seen it.
Time for the impossible choice. Keith, what's the best of the following? Gunsmoke, Maverick, Rawhide, or Wagon Train?
Maverick.
Wow. Shocked at that selection.
Jim Garner, man.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What's your favorite memory of your Palomino taco?
getting thrown off on the pavement, wearing my Davy Crockett fringe jacket. I split the back of my head open, and I bled all over that jacket, and I never got another one. That horse was a nightmare.
I know you hate reboots, but if you could reboot an old Western for today, what would you choose?
The Cowboy and the Lady.
Why?
It's a classic tale. It was Gary Cooper, and I can't remember who played the lady. But it's just, it's one of the great Western romances, and it's full of heart, and it's kind of, it's full of American heart. It's particularly Americana story. And I love that film.
Why will people be surprised by the Devil and the Daylong Brothers?
Because they ain't never seen nothing like it, pal.
He plays Nehemiah Daylong in The Devil and the Daylong Brothers. It's Keith Carradine beyond the mic. Keith, it's time for one big question. What would your dad think about all the success and all the blessings the Carradine family has had in a career well spent?
He would be most proud.
Why?
Well, I think he knew how much we all loved him. And I don't think there's any greater manifestation of that kind of a love than to actually choose to go into the same field. It was a sign of respect and admiration from all of us who did that. And I think that meant something to him.
Where can people see The Devil and the Daylong Brothers?
The Devil and the Daylong Brothers is playing on Apple TV. It's playing on Google Play. It's playing on Fandango. And then certain theaters around the country, it started showing on January 31st. If you want to find it, you can, and you will not be disappointed.
What are you working on next?
I'm working on raising my child.
What's the difficulty of that?
Well, he's 6, and he's smarter than I am. So,
I think that's like all our kids.
It's a lot.
Keith would like to see a reboot of Maverick and still has fond memories of his horse Taco. He wants you to watch The Devil and the Daylong Brothers. The legendary Keith Carradine. Thanks for taking the time to talk with us today.
Thank you, Sean. Nice to be here.
And that, my friends, is a Beyond the Mic shortcut. If you're enjoying these conversations, please check out another Beyond the Mic episode to find more actors, artists, and people you need to know. We'd also appreciate a like and subscribe on the Good Pods app.